What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's MSA Brown, and welcome to my channel. If you're watching this video, that means you came here to see one thing: how I would have remade Batman versus Superman. So again, I'm at work talking about different things and all of that, and as we're talking, I'm like, yo, what movie should I do next at work? You know what I mean? And at first we couldn't think of nothing, but then we got to the point where we was like, yo, you should do Batman vs Superman. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do that one. So for everybody that know the comics and all of that, we're gonna exclude that for a little bit because I wanna, this from a directorial standpoint, I wanna approach it my way, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be like, oh well, the comic did it like this and blah blah blah. I'm gonna shy away from that. Three main things I would change from the beginning: Lex Luthor, Doomsday, and the cameos of the individual Justice League members. And here's why. The reason why I get rid of Doomsday is because I felt as though it was too crowded. The movie was way too crowded, had too many people in it, and a lot of people broke it down to me. It was like, well, yeah, they had to have some reason for Batman and Superman to come back together and, you know, join as a team to fight something. But I could have felt, I felt as though they could have had different villains or different approaches to that situation. Like for instance, like my boy, he mentioned Brainiac. Like Brainiac is a great villain, which can lead up to Justice League, which is what they was trying to ultimately do from the movie. So they could have added that. Brainiac is one of the greatest villains for the Justice League, especially Superman. You know what I mean? You know, I'm a logical thinker and a tactic thinker. I mean, and when you add that aspect to the movie, it gives it another element. Also, Lex Luthor. I know you can't have a movie, Man of Steel movie, without Lex Luthor, but think about it like this, and he made a good point. Technically, this is Superman's only second year being Superman, so while all of a sudden this dude named Lex Luthor comes out of nowhere, from when we just seen on Man of Steel, Lex Luthor was nowhere near the movie. You know what I mean? So it was like, from that standpoint, I'm like, why is he even in the movie? Like, they could have had this whole thing happen without him. You know what I mean? He literally is the reason why Doomsday was created. And once you take Doomsday away, that means you automatically take Lex away. You can have Lex in there, but not as a main person. Like, you shouldn't just make him one of the main characters for the movie, you know what I mean? It should just be like the origin story for Lex Luthor. Like, just have him on the side, like looking at what Superman is doing and plotting there. Don't have it where he's automatically freaking against Superman and Batman and all of that extra stuff. Don't have it like that, you know what I mean? Like, put him in the next Man of Steel movie as a solo character, because once you add him to the movie, you also add in a point of Batman, and it's like he has nothing to do with Batman unless they're in the Justice League. So, you know what I mean? So it was like, what's the point of even having them in the movie? And then lastly, the cameos. Cut those out. I'd rather be surprised of what I'm gonna get. That way I don't have any expectations for when the movie actually comes out. So like for instance, the Flash cameo, even though this happened in Batman, the Flash cameo, the Cyborg and all of that, and then like reiterating all of that, it's like, what was the point of that? Like, yeah, the only positive I got from this is Wonder Woman. I'm very excited about Wonder Woman and see what she's gonna do, like when it comes to movie, because it seemed like from the trailer they got everything figured out. All right, so boom, the breakdown. So you start the movie out, Superman, Batman, you know, the whole city collide because of Superman and General Zod and all of that. So you still got all of those elements, but instead of Batman being upset with Man of Steel, you know, I know it was versus Superman, but instead of him being upset with him because of what he did, I feel as though he should like approach it on like he didn't save somebody, you know what I mean, like when he could have saved them or something like that. Like, not necessarily when the world is being threatened by somebody and he has no care in the world because Superman just destroyed half the city. Like, no, get rid of that, because once you add that, it's like you gonna forever have a grudge. Nobody cares when you messing up the city to trying to get a villain. Why all of a sudden when Superman does it, you're okay with it? I mean, you're against it, you know what I mean? So get rid of that. They mentioned the moms a lot, Martha and all of them. Like, have it set up where Batman is dealing with Martha or whatever or something. I don't know. Find a different way to set up a plot where they're not just fighting against each other, but it's actual reasons why they're doing it. And again, make Superman likable. This whole time I'm like, alright, one, you thinking like, alright, it's Superman. No one really can beat Superman unless you got kryptonite. So I'm like, why do I even care about Superman? You know what I mean? Like, it felt as though, even though I seen Man of Steel, it felt as though there was no character development between Batman and Superman. Like, it's crazy. Like, yeah, we know this is his second year as Superman and all of that extra stuff, but at the same time, it's like, get it to the point where we actually like how he is. Like, when Superman on the screen, we're like, oh, Superman about to go in, dog. Superman about to do something crazy. Like, we about to be hyped because Superman on the screen. Show that more in the movie. Show that, you know what I mean? Like I said, have instead of the whole plot of Lex Luthor creating Doomsday, have it set up where Brainiac is going through his little emotions, and then at the end, that's what brings them together. But it's not, oh, let's put our beefs aside because we got something to go, we got something to deal with. Have it where Brainiac is setting up different things where it's like different obstacle courses between Batman and Superman, and then that's when they realize, like, whoa, all right, we have a common enemy. Like, we have to figure out how to beat this guy. You know what I mean? Don't have it where Lex Luthor is bribing Superman with the pictures and all of that extra stuff. Like, I'm sorry, it was terrible. So like I said, have Brainiac be the main person, and then at the very end, instead of him being destroyed, Superman being destroyed with the nuclear bomb thing, like you have it where they defeat Brainiac, and now like an Age of Ultron type thing. Like, at the very end when he came back to life, like, you don't know where he is. So instead of this burial ground for Superman, you got it set up where you show happiness, but at the very end you show Brainiac doing what he got to do. Or Darkseid. You could probably throw Darkseid in there. Just a little glimpse, though, you know what I mean? To get everybody set up to, you know, the next movie, which obviously they were going for. And so overall, I would change the cameos, change the villain, get rid of Lex Luthor, get rid of all of the side missions, I'm gonna call them. Like, get rid of all of that, you know what I mean? I know it's Batman versus Superman, but you don't even gotta make it a versus movie. It could just be a title, you know what I mean? In a movie, they're actually not versing each other physically. They're actually, like, mentally dealing with each other. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm more of a tactic thinker when it comes to movie. Superman meets Batman. They collide, but not physically. Different things that's happening in their life. The whole explosion with Superman, you still keep that. The save Gotham thing in the back of his mind for Batman. Brainiac is starting to become Brainiac. He throws obstacle courses where it makes Batman do things that he don't want to do, versus Superman, because he outthinks Superman and all of that extra stuff. So you add those elements, and then it gets to the point where both of them have a common objective, which leads them to Brainiac. You know what I mean? But while the whole movie is going on, it's a secret beef between Batman and Superman. You know what I mean? So at the end, they don't want to help each other. They don't want to be a team. They just want to, like, we need to stop this person. I'm gonna do it how I want to do it type thing. And, you know, Superman humble, like, well, we need to work together and blah blah blah. Batman don't want to hear it. Like, those seem like more characteristics of the characters. You know what I mean? And then they finally get to the point where everything's good. Wonder Woman comes out to help, and that's it. Like, you could, for real, I literally just thought about this. You can probably throw the cameo right there of each person. You know what I mean? Like, stepping up to help or something. You know what I mean? Something that's something extra, but you know what I mean? You could probably do something like that. But ultimately, that's how I would have made Batman vs Superman. Again, let me know in the comment section what you want me to do next. If you ain't like it, put it in the comment section. If you loved it, put it in the comment section. If you just want to give me ultimate feedback, put it in the comment section. You know what I mean? I'm looking for that. This is something new for me. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to get everything together and all of that. So like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna leave the link at the end of the video. Shout out to everybody that gave me the idea to do Batman vs Superman. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.